Hey, welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. Check it out. I got a Mac finally. No, I'm just kidding. As you probably can tell, this is actually a Mac OS theme on top of Linux Mint 18. And this is actually a follow-up to a video I did previously, which was actually putting the Windows 10 theme on Linux. And prior to that, I actually did an episode on customizing Linux to make it the way that you want it to be. And, I've said this before and I've said it so many times. That's one of the things that I really love about Linux is because if you wanted to change the look, the functionality of Linux, spending enough time, you can do that. And one of the amazing things is that we have a great community of developers, of creators, of designers who actually do a lot of these things for the community. A lot of it is for free, but a lot of it is also paid as well. And I definitely encourage people to support these people who design and develop this so that they can continue doing this. Now, the reason why I chose this macOS theme is for the same reasons that I chose the Windows 10 theme. Regardless of the operating system, good design is good design. And in my opinion, the macOS operating system, the actual design, in my opinion, is the most beautiful out of all of them. I love the macOS theme. I actually love the way the macOS works and operates as well. However, I do not want to be part of the Apple ecosystem. And I feel the same way about the Windows 10. That's why I really enjoyed that Windows 10 theme because I love the way it looks, However, I don't like everything else that comes with it. So here, with these themes, you are able to get a lot of the same look and feel, for the most part, of each of the respective operating systems, get the beauty of it, without actually leaving the world of Linux, which I do not want to leave and I don't intend to leave. And so I'm going to go ahead and talk about that today. And I'm going to show you how you could change your Linux Mint desktop to something a little more Apple-esque and, to me, a lot more beautiful. So let's go ahead and get that started. Okay, now it's time to make the transition from your basic Linux Mint look to a more Apple Mac OS look. Now, as I have discussed previously in the past, there are a variety of ways that you can actually go about changing the look of your Linux Mint operating system and just Linux in general. However, the methods that I'm going to be focused on is really the simplest methods, in my opinion. This is primarily for people who are new to Linux. So the simplest way to change the theme is just go to System Settings, and you would go to Themes, and then you would just add remove desktop themes, okay? That is pretty much the simplest way to do that. However, the themes that are available here, they're actually not the latest and greatest. And so the ways that you can get the latest and greatest are the ones I'm going to show you today. And I have talked about this before. My favorite place to go is gnomelook.org. And there are other websites depending upon the desktop operating system that you're using. In this case, we are using GNOME, which is what Linux Mint Cinnamon is built on top of, but there's also kdelook.org, xfce.org, and so many others. Now, when you come to the site, this part right here could be confusing, especially if you are new to Linux. I really wouldn't worry about that. For the most part, most people will either have, if they are running Linux Mint, a version that will run both GTK2 and GTK3 themes, okay? So don't worry about that. So all you would have to do is just type in what you're looking for. In this case, we're going to be looking for a Mac OS theme. And there's going to be a lot of themes available. And one of the ways that you can tell whether or not this is the theme that you'd want to use is look at the date that it was released and also the score. So in this case, I don't want to download anything that's not this year. And so I'll keep going until I find one that appeals to me. And the one that I'm going to be talking about is the latest one, which is right here, macOS Sierra on OS 10 El Capitan. This was just the latest release was just in November of 2016, so it's really new. And there are a couple ways that you can download this and install it. There are instructions here as well, but all I would do is go to Files right here, and you would download the zip files or the tar files. Okay, so we want the most recent version, so all you would do is just download the zip file, which I've already done. Now, there is another option where if you download like this plugin right here, it's an XDG URL. It's actually a program. Actually, when you install this, it will make the process of installing the theme easier, especially if you do change your themes a lot and you come to gnomelook.org to do that. However, for me, I'd rather just download the zip file or the tar file and do it manually that way, okay? Now, there is another way that you could actually get this theme, okay? If you go to their website, which is right here, Boomerang, I have used their Windows 10 theme before, and actually one of the developers is actually in this team, and he actually left some feedback. I'm pretty sure it's this guy, Farron, and this is the main developer, El Bulazul. He's actually the one who did the Windows 10 theme, and I really love this site. I highly recommend it. This is a great site. These people are doing some amazing work, you know, really amazing designs, and they are providing it for free. But there is a way to support them. Thinking right here, you can support people through gnomelook.org right here. You could donate. And so if you want to do that and support this particular team, definitely recommend you do that because they're doing some amazing, amazing work here. Now, there is another site you could go to, Snoop's Lab. It's another very popular site. Now, the only thing that I don't particularly like about the theme here, even though it's a beautiful looking macOS theme, is that you do have to add the PPA to your repositories. And, you know, that's not really user-friendly for new people. I really feel like the team here at Boomerang, although they don't have as many themes as Noob's Lab, their method of installing it is much simpler. You don't have to add a PPA, okay? So I just wanted to talk about that first, okay? Now, for people who are using Linux, a lot of times I'd recommend if you are installing software, any type of software, I definitely recommend that you do it through the repositories, you know, right here through the software manager, through the official channels, because people who are from the Windows world, they're used to going to a website and downloading the programs there, okay, which is not really the way that it's done in Linux. And I really think the way that it's done in Linux, which is similar to whole App Store, and actually this came way before App Stores existed, I think that's a lot more secure and simpler way to do it. However, the only disadvantage of downloading it from the software repositories is the fact that you're not getting the latest version, okay? So just wanted to put that out there. So you've already downloaded your macOS Sierra zip file. So we're going to go there right now. And it should be under your downloads folder right here. So all you would do is right click on your mouse, and then you would extract right here. And there is your macOS Sierra folder. And if you actually go inside the folder, there's so many different versions, and there's other software or icons in there as well. And I really wouldn't worry about all this, okay? So all you would have to do is copy this whole folder into your themes folder, okay? So let me go ahead and open up another tab. Now, as I have mentioned before, there are two ways that you could put a new theme. The main ways that I'm focused on is you could either copy this whole folder, which is the method I recommend, into your themes folder, and this would be specific just to your user account, or you could actually put this into another folder that would make this theme available to everybody and all users. However, that will require root privileges, and let me show you that right here. So let me open this other tab. So if you go to your file system and you go under user and then you go under share, there will be a folder called themes, okay? And I won't go through this in this particular episode, but I might go through this in another episode. But here's themes, okay? And these are all the themes available to everybody on your OS, you know, regardless of which user it is. This is available to everyone. However, in order for you to make any changes here, you will need root privileges. And like I said, this is primarily for a new user on Linux. So I'm going to focus on the simpler method, okay? So I just want to put that out there. Let me close this. So here in your main folder, you won't be able to see it's called the .themes folder. All you would have to do is go to view, and then you could look at your show hidden files, okay? You could also press Control H as well. Okay, so from here, you see a folder called .themes, okay? And all you would need to do is copy that folder that you just extracted right here, copy this whole folder to your .themes. That, in my opinion, that is the simplest way. And the way that the Boomerang team did it, they put everything that you needed in this folder. You don't need to download any other files, which is excellent. So once you've done that, and you go back to your settings and themes, you would go right here to your desktop, okay? Click on this theme, and then you see macOS Sierra, okay? So all you would do is you would choose that, Bam. It's already changed it, okay? But you'll notice it still has the Linux Mint icons and borders. And let me show you this right here. Okay, so you can see it's still Linux Mint. So all you would do is choose the macOS properties. So first, go to Windows Borders, macOS Sierra. Nice. Already changed it right there. Icons. You could choose either Breeze or Breeze Dark. I'll just choose Breeze. Now your icons have changed. Well, actually, let's go ahead and change the controls. macOS Sierra. Wow, look at that. And that's it. You could also change the color of your mouse pointer as well. But we're not 100% done yet. Okay. So another thing you'd want to change is this actual icon. Okay, your start menu icon. So you right click on your mouse, go configure, and use a custom icon. Okay. Now here, you see right here, see it would go to your home folder, okay, but you can't see that .themes folder, which is where the icon is. All you would do is just do Control H, which is the shortcut for your hidden folders. Go to themes, .themes, go to macOS Sierra, and in this case, we're using Cinnamon, okay, and then you see menu.png, which is the Apple logo. Just click on that and check it out. It's right there. And now I have it. You have the macOS icon right here on your start menu. Now we're not completely done yet because we still have the Linux Mint background, and obviously this panel for macOS users is usually on top. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and move this panel up to the top. So right click on your mouse, go to modify panel, move panel, click on the top, and bam, you are now on top. Now the last thing you'd want to do is actually change your wallpaper to a Mac OS wallpaper. You could always go to Google and download it. However, the Boomerang team has already done this for you. So you right click on your mouse, change desktop background, and see this plus sign? You can just add plus. You can add a new folder. And like I said, if you already pressed Control H earlier, it'll still show your hidden folders, which in this case is the .themes. Double click on it, go to macOS Sierra, and see, you see the wallpaper there, but you can't choose it. What you really can do, you can add this whole folder, okay? So it's already highlighted, click on open, and now, bam, this whole folder is available for you to use. So there's really only one image in there. On the main top folder, you can use this wallpaper.jpg, choose it, and there you go. And now you have a Mac OS theme on your Linux Mint desktop, and I love this theme. It looks amazing. It functions really closely as much as possible. You can still do a lot more tweaks to Apple, and it is a beautiful theme. It's very stable, just like the other Windows 10 theme. So once again, I really got to give a lot of credit to the actual Boomerang team. I said Boomerang theme, but they have done an amazing job. And so they do have the Windows 10 as well, but for this one, it is the Mac OS theme. It looks beautiful. It's fast. I really enjoy using this theme. I'll probably be using this a lot more, just like I did the Windows theme. But obviously, the main benefit of doing this way is I still have Linux underneath. And so that's pretty much it for this particular episode of this Linux/Mac OS environment. If you had any other thoughts or themes, leave it in the comments area below. And as always, if you did get a lot of value out of these videos, be sure to leave a like, subscribe. See you on another episode. Thanks for checking out this episode. And as always, if you like these videos, be sure to click on the subscribe button. And for full written content, audio content, and additional geek stuff, head over to geekoutdoors.com. And I'll see you outdoors on the very next episode.